Okay, warning, plumbing's not for everybody, so repair your plumbing at your house at your own risk. Okay, guys, I got a drippy faucet here at the house. Drippy Silcock out here. See this? Isn't it annoying? So I'm gonna show you how to fix this. Well, first we gotta turn the water off. But a lot of you might have this issue. You got a dripping faucet out here. And I'm gonna show you how to repair it. So I'm gonna go inside and turn the water off. That's number one. Okay, guys, so usually you can find a turn off in the house on the other side of the wall where the outside faucet is, but sometimes it's not always there. So in that case, you just turn the main valve off, your main water valve, which is usually in the front of the house. You would turn that off before doing anything. In this case, I have one right on the other side of the wall. It's a little hard to get to, but I'm gonna have to reach up there. It's hard to show you, but I'm gonna reach up there and screw it in clockwise till it stops. Okay, felt it stop. Okay, so I'm going back out now. Okay guys, we got the water turned off. As you can see, it's not shutting off all the way. It's still dripping a little bit, but that's okay because it's not gonna rush out or hurt anything out here. Okay, now it's very important when we're gonna need to, once you get a zoom in here, you don't need to look at me, you gotta look here. We need to loosen this top nut here, this big nut here. That's what's gonna open up the valve, the Silcock, so that we can change the washer. That's what we need to do. We got a bad washer here. It's very important that, so we're gonna loosen that top nut called the bonnet nut counterclockwise, but it's very important. There's a lot of different types of pipes out there. In my case, I'm working with the copper pipes in the house. You have to unscrew this counterclockwise, this bonnet nut here, but you need to make sure you back up the pipe, because if I just was going to go wrenching on this, you could damage the pipe in the wall. So that's why you have to hold it back with another wrench. You need 2 wrenches to hold it, and I'm actually not holding it the best way. Right there is a little better, and you see I was able to break it loose without moving the pipe in the wall, because you don't want it to move in the wall. And some of the old houses have iron pipes, and if you don't do that, you could break the nipple in the wall off, or even you could bend the copper or twist it. So that's very important. Now when you're unscrewing the bonnet, you start threading it counterclockwise, but then you're going to need to also at the same time, you'll need to start turning the valve, opening the valve. What's going on here? Having a tough time with this. So I'm feeling some resistance here. I'm going to try to do this without taking the handle off. Sometimes you got to take the handle off, but so now I'm feeling it's like it's not turning anymore. I'm going to be careful with the wrench, but I'm going to have to grab the handle to release it. You feel it? You feel it kind of, well, you can't feel it because you're on the internet, but I could feel it kind of break loose in a good way. There's just some dirt in there. But if you see how I got a problem here, because the screw that holds the washer on is not there. It's actually, the head of it is broken off. So in a lot of cases it would make more sense just to change the whole valve, you know, but in this case I'm going to show you how to repair that. We're just going to pretend that we can't get valves anymore or something. There's shortages going on. Who knows with this corona and everything. You know these repair videos are important because, hey, what happens if you can't go to Home Depot and they don't have this valve? So we got to fix what we have, even though I got a box of them in my truck. But so what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to drill the part of the screw that's still in this bonnet. Why don't you zoom in here so that you can really see part of the screw in there. There's the washer, the black flat washer that's called, and the broken screw is that pinkish material. It's brass. So I'm gonna have to take this to the truck and carefully drill it out and see what we get. So let's go do that. Let's grab a beer too. I gotta get this washer off. So one trick that I like to use is I just take a drill and I just drill into the washer, or a sharp a razor or something. But see, that works nice for me. I just take a drill, or you could use some type of pick or something. But I'm gonna take this over and clean this now. I got the washer out. It looks like I have enough now. I should be able to grab that with a small little pair of pliers, so that hopefully I don't have to drill. Okay. Yeah, I just rinsed it off to kind of clean the washer up. And now I'm gonna try with my little middle channel axe. These are great. I'm gonna try to grab this little nub. That's the rest of the screw that broke off. I wanna see if I get lucky here. I don't know if I'm gonna get lucky here. There's just a little bit of nub there. Boy, I'd love to. Oh, I don't know. Grab it. Try to grab it nice. I just heard the nice sound of it breaking loose, so that is nice when you don't have to sit there and drill that, because it's a pain. If you can't get this screw out, then you got to drill it, tap it, have a new screw. I've got the screws to do that, but it's always nice when you can pull it out. See the piece? So I'm going to keep this so I can match it up with a new screw. Okay, let's go find a new screw. Okay, so guys, I went back to my truck and I have a box of screws, and I found a new stainless steel screw that fits. So I got lucky there where I could get the old one out, and I have a new one. I'm sure you could get one at a hardware store if you need one. But okay, so now it's time to figure out what size washer we need to put on. So I'm going to take the screw off, and this is a little box of assorted washer sizes, and really nice to have. Well, that's not it. That's too small. You want it to fit in just nicely in that flat part there. These are flat washers, by the way. There's a lot of different types. There's different washers. There's beveled, and these are flat. These, little outside, when the stem is small like this, short, you want to stick to a flat washer. So this one looks like it's going to fit nice. This orange one. I've got a lot of different ones that I've taken from different kits. So mine are all different colors, shapes, sizes, hardness. There's a lot of different materials. Most washers are some type of rubber, or there's mixes of different material. There's nylon. Let's see how I'm screwing the screw back on with the washer, flat washer. Now some of these, this is important, some of these washers actually have writing on them. See how this one's got quarter L? It's quarter large washer. You better make sure you put the letters down. You don't want those facing up, or else it's not going to seal up perfectly to the seat in the faucet. So tighten that up, snug it up. You don't got to go crazy tight, but just snug it so the washer's squished down and not loose. And now we're ready to put it back in. I like to take a little bit of grease, almost-purpose. Sorry, almost got hurt there. I like to put a little dab of grease on the splines there, the screw part, which is the shaft. Screw it in, kind of makes it work a little easier, I think. And it's not a bad idea while you have it off to put a little grease on this top area, you know, underneath the packing there, the graphite packing in there. Put a little there. It's also not a bad idea to tape. You can put some Teflon tape around the threads there, or some pipe dope around the threads here. I'm not going to do it, but it's not a bad idea to do it. Just a thin layer around that. Okay, so now I'm going to put it back in. This is important. When you put it back in, I like to screw it down, the handle. Screw the handle down until you feel it stop. It's starting to get tight. Then I start to thread my bonnet nut. You start threading the bonnet nut down. I should have mentioned also, you know, I should look in here. You want to check out the seat in there. That's the smooth part where the washer seals up against. Because if that's all rough in there, it looks like a little circle. If that's all rough in there, when you put your finger in, if you feel it, if it's rough, that washer is just going to get chewed up. It's going to get torn up. And at that point, you're going to be changing washers like every, you know, frequently, like regularly. And then you'd probably just want to, there's no way to fix that. The seats aren't removable. You're not going to clean them and make them smooth. Just take it out, put a new one in. So mine looks good, so this washer should get it to seal. So I'm screwing it back in until I feel it tighten up. Okay, tightened up. Now I'm going to start tightening the bonnet up. Okay. Okay, it's coming, tightening up. Go by hand and feel it starting to tighten up. Oh, okay. All right, I feel it snugging up. And now that the bonnet's somewhat tight, I think it's tight, right? Is it? I don't know. Maybe it's not. I don't know if I got it going. Tired. Had a long day. Okay, I'm having issues here. The threads on the bonnet aren't catching onto the valve. So I need to put some downward pressure on that nut as I'm turning. Let's see if I got it now. There's a lot of paint on this, and it can make it a pain when you got paint all over. Okay. What's going on here? It's just turning and turning and turning. And I don't think it's going anywhere. The hell? Okay. Okay, there we go. I think I got it. Let's start now. Oh, come on, you whore. Oh, what's going on here?
3 hours later.
Oh boy. Thought it was gonna be easy, didn't you? Thought it was gonna be easy. You know, I probably could have gotten a, brush and clean these threads, but I'm starting to get it now. There we go. I feel it going. You know, sometimes you gotta take a little wire brush, clean those threads up. Mine had a bunch of crap on them. It's tightening up now. So, like I said, I got it tightened. The handle's tightened in. I want to back off now on the handle a little bit. Back off halfway or whatever, and then tighten the bonnet again. Back it up with another wrench. Let's see here. Okay, and just snug that thing down. You don't want to go too crazy or you can crack that nut. You might have to tighten it a little more if it starts leaking out of the handles. If it starts leaking out of here, you might have to tighten that bonnet up more. Or if it's leaking out of the handle there, that'll be another video. You might have to repack it, put more packing in it. But it's turning pretty easily. If you tighten that bonnet too much, it will be so hard to turn the handle. You won't be able to turn the handle. So I just shut it, so looks like it's working now. This has been a problem for a while, and my girlfriend was begging me to fix this. So, okay, I'm gonna go in now and get the water turned back on so we can check. Okay, I'm getting hungry. It's almost supper time. It's a little tight. It is a little tight. It's a little tight on the hand. So that'll make it easier. Hey guys, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Looks like we got it. Faucet's working, turning on and off. I'm happy. Yeah, you saw how we did it, how we repaired an outside hose bib. I'm tired. It's been a long day. I still got work to do. I got to make burgers tonight. I got, my girlfriend got me cleaning at the house. She got me doing a little plumbing. So, just another day. I hope I can help you guys out with these little at-home repairs. And stay tuned for the next one.